I've done my fair share of sort of backpacking in the past, but not like this, not really actually kind of going in and, staying with the community and actually, doing something to help the community. Like that's something I was like, that looks like something really quite special. And we're travelling into a place called Jambha village, which is in Rajasthan, and we're going to be helping to repair a school out there. So I think kind of, quite manual labour. So it'll be, hard work, I think. Be like painting and building chairs and tables and doing general maintenance. So, and it'll be out in the desert, so it'll be really, really hot. So I think the project is for 4 days. You're working with the community as well, so with the kids from the school and the teachers and the local community. So, you really get a sense, rather than being a voyeur and going in and having a look at the village, to actually kind of be meeting the people and kind of understanding their needs and what their life is like, I think is really exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that kind of, getting my hands dirty and, bit of a change from sitting in the office. So at the end of the day, you're exhausted, you've done a good day's work. And everyone keeps saying, oh, you can never prepare, you can never prepare for India, expect the unexpected. So in a way, I'll kind of have just leaving myself open and, yeah, because I feel like I can't, you can prepare physically, you can pack all the things that you need, but I don't really know what to expect when I get off that plane.
After 15 hours on a plane into Delhi, it was then on to an overnight train, leaving behind the hustle and bustle to journey into the Thar Desert, the heart of Rajasthan. Not sure what lies ahead, but eager to get there. Well, we've just arrived in Falodi in Rajasthan after a 16-hour train trip. I think it was supposed to be about 12 or 13, so it's been a bit delayed, so we're a bit tired, but we're here. We're met by our friend Singh from World Expeditions, and now we're driving out towards a project. We're going to have a bit of breakfast at Singh's house, which is a bit of a treat, and then meeting up with the group later on today. But it's very good to be here and off the train. It's been a long trip. Jambha is a small village about 140 k's south of Bikaner. Well, we've just heard that the group is arriving, so it's starting to, I think it's about 4 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock. It's just starting to cool down. It's just starting to become bearable. It must be a cool 38, I think. So the group's about to arrive, so I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. It'll be quite good. The group is made up of our project manager Anshuk and 9 others from Australia, New Zealand and America.
Yeah, my name is Walter Bock from Sydney. And why I came here, I had a very poor youth. Just being born in Germany 3 years before the war, very poor youth, and now, seeing I have done all right, I like to help people.
I'm Cece. I'm from Boston. I'm the lone American. I decided to do the trip because I was looking for something to do after having finished a really stressful job. And I was surfing around on the web and went to World Nomads, and I had a little thing, come work on a community school project in Rajasthan, and I always wanted to go to India, and I thought, brilliant, I'll go with a group. And here I am.
I wanted to come on a community project because I didn't want to just impose myself on the people of a country. I wanted to be able to contribute something back as well.
The local Jambha school has a total of 175 students. Many of the children come to attend school from the nearby villages that are about 3 k's away.
We won't be starting work till tomorrow, but we're just having a bit of a recce, checking it out.
Yeah, this is the classroom. We're supposed to make it whitewash from the outside and inside.
I think we've got our work cut out for us. We've just been getting the lowdown on what we're going to be doing over the next 4 days. So the classrooms are here, so we're going to be all on the outside and the inside doing whitewashing. We're going to be putting carpet down in some of the classrooms. And also the front gate needs repairing as well. So as you see with the rocks, there's going to be a lot of hard labour. And yeah, it's going to be really hot too. We've just been finding out about the project and why it's so important in the community, and we just found out that a lot of people don't send
their children to the school, or they maybe send 1 or 2 and keep the rest at home working with the animals and tending to the house. So they kind of are hoping that by upgrading the school and making it a bit better that they will send the children here, because it only goes up to about year 8 and there's actually no other schooling facilities in the area. So it's really important to get the kids to come at least that far. So hopefully by making these improvements, it might improve the attendance of the children in the area, which would be a pretty good achievement.
Yes, guys. Ready to work? Today we're going to whitewash on the wall with this herb of this. So herb of ours will do from the inside and herb of ours will make from the outside. So you just do from the outside.
I've just been going around and having a look at all the walls, but before we started we realised they're covered in wasps' nests and lots of dirt, so we've got quite a bit of work before we actually start painting now to get rid of the wasps' nests and get rid of the dirt. And we don't actually have anything to get rid of the dirt with, so I think we're just using the paintbrushes. We've just started the painting. I think the thing is you get in here and you go, oh, we kind of need this and that to do a proper job, and then you realise you've just kind of got to improvise and do the best you can with the tools you have to do the best job you can, I guess. And I think there's 8 rooms, I've been told.
That's going all right, but I think it's going to be quite a slow process, unfortunately. Because it's such a rough surface, it's difficult to try and make it cover properly. Not smooth ceilings like we've got at home.
So we are expecting that because of the Sunday, the kids is away from here. So we try to do that. These classrooms, around 4 to 5 classrooms, are supposed to make it complete by today. Because from tomorrow the kids can come and then kids can continue their classes. We don't want to disturb the kids to going their classes. So we try to finish this 3 or 4 classroom by this today. So tomorrow we are expecting, because this, they live very far from this village. Some of them quite far from the village, around 5 to 6 kilometer distance. They comes every day. So we could not bring them here because of the Sunday. They also enjoying themselves with their family. So from tomorrow we are expecting that the eldest children like class 6, class 7, and class 8 children, boys and girls, they all together will be helping us tomorrow.
The school was built about 40 years ago. When the governments build the schools, they don't have a maintenance plan to upkeep them. So basically they're just going into disrepair and they don't have the resources to fix them. So is it going to be all volunteer to do it? Is that the only way to keep these schools going? I don't know. A lot of the kids from the school are coming and they're helping us paint, which has been really nice. So we've been having little chats and writing each other's names on the wall, and they've been singing and stuff, so that's been really nice and really helpful actually. Everyone can do a bit of painting. So I'm a bit relieved to be inside on painting duties because it's actually relatively bearable in here, but I'm looking outside at the guys building the gate and thanking my lucky stars that that's not good. Because yeah, that looks really hard and really hot. It's about 2:30 and so we're now in the hottest part of the day. So we've got a few hours of painting to do, and then tomorrow we'll start a bit earlier because we've all realised that it's much cooler at 6 o'clock in the morning than it is in 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been told I've got to paint the roof, which I've sort of been trying to hide from. Yeah, arms get really sore. It's very difficult because of the sandstone, because it just keeps crumbling, but we're just painting right over the top of it. Well, we've just finished day 1, so I think we were quite lucky because we were painting on the verandas. The temperature difference was unbelievable, like it felt about 5 degrees cooler being in the verandas, so I think that saved us a little bit. But I was on roof duty all afternoon, so my arms are a little bit sore. But, it looks good, and rumour has it that there's cold beer back at the camp, so I'm looking forward to sitting back and having a nice cold beer. Reward ourselves for a hard day. Historically, the local Jambha villagers relied heavily on agriculture to sustain their community. The changing climate, population growth and overgrazing has resulted in serious land degradation and crop failure. It's had an enormous effect on the local community. Even now, it's a cultural tradition that the first few born children stay at home to help with farming and tending animals. But as agriculture becomes less dependable, the need for education becomes more vital in order for the villagers to find other work and sustain their communities. The kids have just arrived, so I'm going to go over and have a chat to them. They'll just smile at each other, which is usually what happens, so it's a bit exciting to have them arrive, and they're running around looking in the classrooms, and apparently they've been pointing out the things that we've missed and haven't done yet, which is quite cute. But yeah, there's a lot of excitement here too, which is nice. So it's the kids' morning assembly, and they're singing a lot of songs, patriotic songs basically. I think there was a few Hindu prayers. They've been singing about their love for India, our country, our India. It's beautiful.
इसको देख करके बच्चे में भी ऐसा है कि हमको ये अगर बुक्स दे दिया जाए तो हम भी ये काम करेंगे ये
So the most important thing is, he said, is here. The message, what they're doing here, this message will go all over the Rajasthan, what they're doing over here. So this is not big or small job, but this is kind of the message, at least children can know that, these people is come from very far. They're doing a very, such good job over here. And the parents also will think what they're doing here, why the education is important. Why should this school keep them clean? Why is the clean is important in the school? So this message will go everywhere, every family, and then even every parents, and then every people that lives in the Jambha village. So this message is passed by one everywhere.
Yeah, it's really nice to have the kids here. I mean, I wasn't expecting quite this much support as I was painting, but yeah, it's really nice to have them around. They're saying how beautiful it is, and so yeah, it's really great to have them. Our friend Walter's actually been up on the roof doing a beautiful blue line up there, and it's been really, really hot, so he's been up there for a couple of hours now, and I think he's just about to come down. So yes, I think he'll need a bit of an applause and a pat on the back, because it's really, really hot up there.
Reserve a bit of time in the shade. It was a few hours up there. It does get hot, but is it only just 11 o'clock? We'll warm up a fair bit yet, and you sure feel it.
Over 40% of people living in Rajasthan can't read or write. Although India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world, literacy in rural areas and the lack of resources to build and maintain educational facilities is an ongoing struggle. And this is one of the last classrooms that we're working on. It's got really high ceilings, so luckily we've got our friends in here to help us doing the high wire trick. So this room's taken a little while actually.
Well, we're coming to the end of it, making a big difference. Not Michelangelo, but it makes a good colour.
It's not looking too sharp, but I think they get the picture, and I think it's kind of nice, and it's a bit bright.
Yes, it feels great to have that done. I love doing the high work. A bit precarious at times, but very good, and a nice view. Funny to see hear the kids in their classrooms below doing long division, etc. Ghastly. Anyway, it's good. Good work.
End of the day, just trying to get the last squares done.
Almost finished. Almost done it. I didn't think we would get anywhere near it, but I think in the end we've done a darn good job.
So end of the day, absolutely shattered. I'm pleased with what we've achieved, but really, really tired. I think we'll sleep really well tonight.
Well, we're just heading back to camp, and each afternoon it's quite cool. We have a bit of a chat with the local police who are very friendly, and he made a very good point. He speaks really good English, and he's saying, you know, what are you actually doing here? Why have you come all the way from Australia to paint our little school? It's really hard for them to understand that. They're saying obviously there must be work you can do in your own country. Why do you come here? And trying to explain that, you know, for us it's more about travel and wanting to go somewhere and then give back to the community that we're travelling in rather than just being here and not helping. But I think that's a really hard concept for them to grasp, and I think they were just laughing, going, you're crazy. You've come all the way here to paint our little school. I guess it does seem a bit crazy when you think of it like that. It doesn't seem crazy to us though. I'm just completely blown away. I found out this morning that Walter is 72, and you know, we're camping out in the desert and we're painting all day, and it's really exhausting work, and all of us are tired. And I'm just thinking, some people can't even fly in an aeroplane when they're 72. It's just, you know, too much. It's too traumatic. And here he is, roughing it in the desert. He's just incredible. His commitment is amazing, and it's kind of making me not want to whinge about anything anymore, because he's just an absolute Trojan.
One industry that continues to grow in Rajasthan is tourism, and it's growing on the back of a popular desert animal. Camel treks not only provide an amazing opportunity to experience the desert landscapes, but have created an alternative revenue source for local communities.
It's the last day, but I've actually lost my voice, which is not great. And there's still a lot of painting we have to do, so I think everyone's going to be working extra hard to try and get it done. We've come down a little bit earlier so that we can get a really good head start in the slightly cooler weather as well.
We're looking forward to seeing the completion. I think we're going to make it, although a bit touch and go. We've still got a couple of rooms to do yet. The value is psychological. We're proud of a good-looking building, and attention to education too. We'll give some status to education, schooling. Yeah, no, I think all that's of great value.
It was great to wander through the village and meet the locals and hear what they had to say about the project, like the local tailor, Haram Singh.
यहाँ कलर वलर करते हैं तो हमारे स्कूल का भी इनका भी नाम होगा, इनको हम धन्यवाद देते हैं, गांव की तरफ से देते हैं, बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं। वहाँ से लोग यहाँ आकर के हमारे लिए करते हैं, हमारे गांव के भी इतने नहीं करते लोग।
Just about in the last room, so we're going to do the colours on the bottom. So we're just about coming to the end of it.
Australia? Or is from India? Well, this is the fun bit. We're putting up, we've got all maps for the kids. We've got maps of Rajasthan and India and the world, and we've also got maps of animals and birds. So the kids are helping me put them up. And we're learning a little bit along the way as well. It is the finishing touches, yes. Doing the flag colours here. I think we're going to be breaking in about half an hour and finishing in about half an hour. And then coming back to the school in the afternoon for a bit of a I think a thank you from the school. So that should be nice. I've been thinking the last couple of days that, you know, we're just really painting the school, and which is great, but you know, I just didn't feel like there was something inside of me thinking it's not enough, like there's so much that needs to be done, and you know, a lick of paint, what's it going to do? But it's been interesting actually hearing some of the feedback from the community, and obviously they're really excited to have the school painted. But it's also, they're very proud that you know, these crazy Westerners have come from the other side of the world to paint their school, and that word will get around Rajasthan about how important their school was, that we came here to do that. And that sort of sends really important messages about education and also about Jambha village and their school. So, yeah, I've kind of come to realise that it's kind of a little bit more than just a lick of paint.
Sir Walter.
What's going on?
Have you finished?
Finished?
Very good. Now we're going back to these, you know, our tent at the camp.
Right.
And then have a relax because you already done here. So you guys done very good job.
Thank you.
So all is made complete.
Thank
all
you.
the children and teachers, they are very happy.
Good.
So 3:30 we'll come back over here. All the villagers is coming, the children and the teachers, they want to say us thank you.
I bought lead pencils for the kids, and it's just giving me a bit of a buzz seeing them be handed out. That was lovely. So we had our lovely welcome necklaces, and we had some singing and some dancing, and yeah, a big thank you from the school, which feels really nice, and it does. The school is looking great. I would definitely recommend this experience. It's, you know, you just can't, it's the involvement with the community that you just can't get any other way. To be able to be having tea in the local Raja's house, like, you know, that's not something that you can do just as a tourist. And the actual project itself, although I knew it was going to be hard work, you know, sort of painting for 3 days in 40-degree heat was very challenging and very taxing on me physically, hence I think that's why I've lost my voice and been a little bit sick. I think it's testament to, you know, what we've been putting ourselves through. But to have worked in the community, people, when I'm walking down the street, people know that I've been painting their school, and they immediately want to engage with me, to make contact with me, to thank me. So it gives you an inroad to the community that I never would have had.
It's the best way to get close to people when you work with them and next to them. So I think as a whole, most worthwhile.
Well, it was really rewarding. One of the things that I was thinking about the Village Project is that it was painting, and it was pretty exclusively painting, and we painted the whole entire school inside and out. And if I'd heard, you know, we were going to paint a school, I might not have been that excited, but it was really hard work. And I think that actually seeing the whole transformation of the school, and I think that people were really happy with the result. It certainly looked so much better when we were finished.
I've spent 3 or 4 days in this tiny little village. It feels like it's in the middle of nowhere. And really feel like I've had a cultural exchange with these people, and there's been lots of confusion, and there's been lots of laughing, and there's been all sorts of things. So without having been involved in a community project, you just would never get any of that.